G'day. It is Thursday, Cultivate Awareness, and we're going to reflect on not only yesterday, which was Elevate Language, we're going to look back over the last few days where we introduced another Doyle into the world, Huxley, my grandson. Yes, grandson, a grandfather that doesn't have their own children. Yeah, figure that one out. Some people can, some maybe not. That's cool, but we're going to explore all sorts of things that I've been through over the last 24 hours and 51 years, and what I'm bringing to my awareness through blokes like Lockie and law systems and psychosocial hazards and psychological hazards, mental health, being more social, and so much more. Will you understand? Will you appreciate? Will you accept what I'm saying? Remember, be more social. Simply say, g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
There we go, right way around, isn't it? Yeah, because normally I talk back to front, upside down and around and around. Yeah, so what's today about? Well, it's about tributes to people that I know, people that I remember. Huxley. Yeah, I did a special video for him. Hopefully he will play on his 21st birthday in just under 21 years. So even today is May Day, so the first. So this is his first year in life. Or the 5th month. What does 5 represent? Well, there's plenty of things, but he was probably born 5 days ago. Or was it 6? Depends when you start the day. Is it when the sun comes up or when the clock strikes midnight? Because that's the middle of the night. So there's all sorts of layers and trickery and magic and who knows what else. I might talk about movies. I might talk about more people that are becoming I'm more aware of. Does that sound like a tongue twister? Because it can be. Because I spoke to Lockie this morning, the big red-headed man from Maryborough that I haven't seen in, I'm going to say 30 years at least. I think we're about 15, so I think I'm giving myself a bit of credit there. I think it's more like 35 years. Yeah, he was nice enough to ring me at 3:20 in the morning. But that's cool. I was already up. He was still awake from the night before, but I'd had my sleep. And that's cool, because I know REM patterns. REM, awesome band. Rapid eye movement. Well, depends if you're getting enough rapid eye movement when you're sleeping. Now, where does that lead to? There's another Lockie that I know. He works for the Bank of Queensland, where I live in Queensland, even though I love the blues. Yeah, I do. Go the Blues, come the Blues, and they're playing tonight in the women's. Looking forward to that. I'm hoping another blues supporter will come along. Mal, the lamb. Yep, if you spell Mal backwards, it spells lamb, like Terry Lamb, but that's with a B. But there was another halfback that played for Queensland who was also a lamb. Adrian, yeah, that's my mother's name, just spelt different, like coffee in the Green Mile. But let's talk about Lockie. Queensland, Bank of Queensland. He referred me to a lawyer. And does the law get it right? Well, it's in a name, isn't it? Yeah. But hey, I spoke to him after a couple of attempts. I like to do things in person. So I thought I was turning up to their address because Google Maps told me I'm right here. But I wasn't right there. I ended up at some church upstairs in a commercial building that was closed. So no, this is not about religion. This is about connection and socializing and being with other people. So I walked away, Googled it, got a phone number, it was a mobile number. I rang the number, no one there, said leave a text message. I left a text message, didn't get a call back, but that's cool. Maybe I was meant to ring and make an appointment. That's the appropriate thing to do. So I rang, and they didn't do the kind of law that I was doing. Now the guy that runs the company seems like a really nice guy. He was really friendly. He was pausing constantly. And he told me he was thinking of any lawyer who could help us, because we're trying to start a charity. But it's very, very complex. The thing is, I've written all the documents. I didn't do a law degree, but I know technology. And I can send them off to another law company, which I did, which is interesting because they sent me to an application form. I spent 4.5 hours on that application form online. And when I got to the end, and the guy guy, girl, he, she, whatever you want to call it, I call him G. We went through it, and I said to him about an hour in, geez, I think I might be annoyed if we get to the end of this, press enter, and it just deletes everything. He said, don't worry, mate, we've got to record, same word, same spelling, just pronounced differently. So we can record something or break a record, or we can play a record, but it's not on record. Go figure that one. Anyway, I digress. So we then found an email address with an application form, a PDF form. Awesome, cool, because you can fill them in, you just got to type it all. It's a bit harder to copy and paste, because if you've got long messages, because you want to give as much detail as you can when it comes to legalese. Because you try and talk to one of them and they talk all this legal speak. You don't know what they're saying. That's the trick. If you don't know what they're saying, they can get more. It's really cool. That's the way the business world works. That's the way the capital market works. I know. I used to be there. I just wasn't very good at it because I was better at just giving stuff away because I love what I do. And I used to feel guilty accepting a financial payment because for me, it was about sitting down with someone and engaging with them and connecting with them and sharing their strengths and sharing their hopes and dreams and their goals. But apparently, people don't value free. So we've got to trick them into spending more money. But I spent so much time and energy, and this was supposed to be pro bono. The time and energy was draining, and I went way past my bedtime. So if I wake up at 3 in the morning, I must go to bed really, really early. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get caught in this IT loop. But lo and behold, this form, it's not editable. So I need to editable. I wish it was edible, but apparently with the ink on the paper, you can't eat that paper. But plain paper, if it hasn't been starched and whatnot, you can eat it. It's called bark. People smoke it all the time. I used to when I was about 11 or 12. The rolly bark. No nicotine, it was all natural, but obviously the smoke, it's like breathing in bushfire. Fancy that. How many bushfires have there been this year? Ran into a couple of sappers yesterday. They're saying that Tabletop Mountain in Cape Town is on fire. 3 separate fires, 3 burning bushes. No, it's not religion. We're not talking about religion because it happened in Hollywood or wherever it is over there in LA. Yeah, they had fires. They were well prepared. Awesome. Sounded fantastic. And Hawaii, they had fires too. But let's blame everyone else other than the people that start them. I don't know who it was. I don't watch the news. Mainstream news? Is it news? I don't know. That's a different story. But anyway, so I could print this form out and write it out. We had all the documents, we counted all the words, and it was something like, 12,000 words. So by this stage, we'd spent about 5 or 6 hours on this pro bono law firm that was meant to help a charity develop a mental health program. And my mental health was draining, absolutely draining. And G said, you know what, why don't we just send them everything we've got, flood them with information, 10 times more than what they asked, because they were asking questions like, can you read and write English? Well, read the friggin' document I sent you. That's in English. Well, I believe so. We put it in legalese speak. So hopefully they understand it and understand the mission. Because the mission is mental health, mental fitness. What does that mean? It means when you become overweight, you are no longer fit. You are unfit. So we don't want to help mental unfit people. We want to help people be fit so they don't become mentally unfit. There is a place for people in the moment. They call them counsellors. They're adapting to the time right now to help people. Psychologists, they tend to focus on the trauma in the past. They want to live in the past and overcome that trauma. It is needed. Maybe not 10 years worth, but a good couple of sessions can hopefully remove that trauma. But I come from the coaching space. We are future focused. So we need to educate our children, share the information that we know. But guess what? We don't know about technology. We don't know enough about social media. We don't know enough about AI. They do, because they use technology almost every minute of the day. It's just our age and maybe a generation below are scared of it because you don't know how to use it. So learn from your kids. But we've got a soft skills program that we want to present to anyone interested in taking it on board. I do it every day. Today is cultivating awareness. It's taking things from the unconscious incompetence, so the unconscious mind, to the subconscious mind, where you know what you don't know. I don't know how to speak Russian. It doesn't mean I can never speak Russian. It means I've got to bring it to my conscious competence or my conscious mind. So have you learnt anything today? Have you brought anything from where you don't know to where you know what you know? And now, do you actually know it? Or do you still a bit unsure? I'm happy to share that too. Today is cultivating awareness. Yesterday was elevating language. So if I'd said this 2 years ago when I was in my darkest, deepest time, I don't think I would have said it as elevated as I am today, because I'm focusing on being positive, using strength words, using values and morals and beliefs. These are systems, these are languages we can learn very, very easily. It's called a daily challenge. You just watch these videos 10, 12, 15 minutes a day, and you will naturally start to pick it up. Rob, great mate of mine. We've known each other for about 4 days. I spoke to his father about 10 hours after meeting him, and I told him, yeah, I met him this morning. His father said, so you don't know him? I said, whoa, hang on. Just because I've spent 10 hours with someone doesn't mean I don't know them. Because we were talking on a level that people didn't understand. We were laughing all day. We had a couple of years. It was Anzac Day. It was a day for remembrance. And we were remembering more than war. We were remembering kindness and peace and how to be more. So Rob, thanks for the card, mate. I really appreciate it. I get round to things at my own time when I have the time and energy to share the time and energy that I need to give it grace. And mate, that was the kindest thing I've seen in a long time, and most specifically the mention to Nick. Could have been a little bit bigger because you've sort of hogged the limelight with the note to me, but hey, I understand. We spent most of the time together and I had a ball. I'm so glad you managed to stay on the Gold Coast for 4 days without spending a cent. Well, close to it. And I think you had 3 nights accommodation just with great people you're meeting. And I learnt a great lesson that I can't help everyone, and it wasn't the right time and place for you to stay with us. But hopefully that'll change very soon and you'll be welcome in my home anytime, especially for a coffee or who knows what else. We had a good time, mate. So I look forward to carving out some centerpieces for family dinner tables. Hopefully you'll help me, or at least help instruct someone who might be able to do it for us if you don't have the time, because I have a feeling your bedhead idea might take off. And generally, when Pip and I have a feeling, it comes true. So on that note, I've gone way past my 10-minute mark. I hope you enjoyed today's message to cultivate awareness, be more social, because tomorrow we're going to sharpen our focus. So if you haven't been doing that yet, wait till tomorrow. Apparently, it's the best day of the week. Friday! Well, every day's a good day. G'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.